Hi guys, it's ToryBoo151 and I'm here with you today to do the Mixed Girl tag. Shout out to Empress Jac Rabbit. She started it and passed it on to me, so I was going to take it on and do it. I saw a lot of people did it, so I wanted to do it myself. We have the questions here, and I'll be answering them for you as honestly as possible. Ignore the hair; it's a conditioning treatment I'm doing. But yeah. So first question. What are you mixed with? Just simply black and white. What ethnicity have you been mistaken for? Mexican, white. I think that's pretty much it. Mexican or white. People will think or ask me, am I that? Or more honestly, people be like, oh, what are you? Or they come up and say, oh, you look Mexican or you look white. But I'm just good on black and white. Is your hair curly or straight? Mine's really neither. It's more nappy. I'm gonna be honest. This is more nappy than anything. But to pick either or, curly. Was coming from a different background challenging? Yes. It has its challenges. Definitely with being from both sides. Like, which one do I pick? Which one should I be? That's definitely a challenge. The whole issue of white people don't want to deal with you because you do have black in you, and the black people don't feel like you're black enough. That's kind of a challenge. What background do you embrace? Black, because that's mostly what I'm around. My mother is mixed, and my father is strictly black, so that's basically what I live around, and I embrace the black, but I also embrace the white side too. I know that I have that, and I don't try to stray from either or. Have you ever been teased for being different? All the time. uh, Especially in middle school, elementary school, sorta. Middle school, like everything else is a free for all. Ask what am I? Or you look different? Or I would have a lot of people tell me who I looked like that was light skinned. All kinds of stuff. People thinking I'm better than everybody else because my skin is lighter, and that's not true at all. Sometimes I felt like, why couldn't I have been darker complected? That way people would leave me alone and I would fit in, and black people wouldn't question me and white people wouldn't question me. I just be. Everybody leave me alone. But definitely being teased. Have you ever been ashamed of being biracial? Yes. Um, like I said, with people ask you, what are you? And it's like an animal type thing. What is that? What are you? Or people feeling irate or feeling like they don't understand you or they can't stand you at all. Because, as I've learned in psychology, when people can't put you in a box or place you in a category, they get irate for whatever reason. They feel threatened and they feel unsafe. And if they can't put you in a box, then we don't want you in altogether. And I never really understood that. And I not so much now, but when I was younger, definitely like ashamed of it. Like, why do I look like this? Why am I this? Or why are people always asking me that? Why can't they leave me alone? But definitely. Has there been an advantage? Yeah. Um, Being the way that I look, I could pass and say I was white, but I don't. I just say I'm mixed. Definitely getting the looks from different people that find me attractive, different males that find me attractive. Some attention here and there, but most I just feel like normal anybody. There's an advantage to everyone. Um, what makes being mixed a beautiful thing? I feel like it's a beautiful thing because your parents chose to come together regardless of racial issues or background or any of that. They decided to come together and beat out the odds and make a beautiful child. Um, it's a beautiful thing because they came together to make you. And of course, the physical beauty of it makes people look all kinds of different ways. I've seen mixed people with blue eyes and green eyes and kinky curly hair, straight hair, wavy hair. nappy like mine. I've seen mixed people of all kinds look all kinds of ways. Uh, Definitely the fact that uh, um, we're a minority within a minority, if you understand what that means. Like black people already are a minority, and then we're in a minority in within that. If you embrace yourself as being black, you're a minority within a minority, and I think that's special because um, you're rare. You're a rare thing to find and see. It's obviously being more common these days, but it's a rarity. And I learned on BuzzFeed, as a matter of fact, that out of all the generations, the millennials find mixed race people the most attractive out of most races these days, and that's pretty cool. So that's definitely a beautiful thing. Last question: any advice for mixed females? Definitely, I feel like don't put yourself in a box. Don't feel like you have to choose a side or you have to be a certain way or getting down on yourself because certain people can't take you as you are. Embrace yourself because you're physically beautiful, but you're beautiful on the inside. And it was beautiful when your parents chose to come together and create you, and it's a beautiful thing, and I like seeing it. I like my mixed people. I'm attracted to mixed males or males that appear to be that way. Um, I think we're awesome, and doesn't matter if you're mixed, black, white, Asian, Hispanic. It doesn't matter. We're all beautiful as females. Because if you think about it, that's a hard road to choose to be a female. Lesser pay. Um, People, or mostly men, feel like your responsibility is to be a housewife and housewife only. Some men, I won't say all of them, but some men feel that way and that they're the superior sex. Um, Definitely inequality when it comes to work and and like where you choose to work or what profession you choose. They feel like if you're a secretary, that's strictly a woman's job, or a teacher, that's strictly a woman's job, or a stewardess, or something like that. They feel like it's strictly a woman's job. Definitely in Hollywood, like again, less pay or certain roles you're gonna play. Um, so I feel like that's a hard road to take, and I feel like you're courageous for taking that road to choose to be a woman. You can say, well, choose to be a woman. Like, what is that? Like, I personally feel like before we're even born, I feel like we choose our destiny, and when you choose to be a woman, that's a great honor. And when you choose to have children and you come together with your partner, your mate, spouse, it's an honor to go ahead and do it and go through with it and do it right. I feel like I do it right. And yes, along the way, in some form, some way, doesn't matter what race you are, what you look like, or whatever, you're gonna be ashamed of yourself at some point. Maybe it's the way you look, or maybe it's your shape, or your hair texture, or your behavior. There's something about you you're not gonna like. That's just the way it is with people. There's something about yourself you're not gonna like. But sooner or later, you'll find it in yourself, or somebody else will tell you the thing that you don't like is probably what they like about you. And then you get to know yourself better, and you're like, hey, I'm cool, or hey, that I'm not that big, or my hair is not that bad, or whatever. You're like, okay, I like that. That's cool. So I definitely say keep yourself out the box, and keep your head up. Don't worry about what other people think or what other people say. Um, Try to be like less taking it personal when people ask you what you are, because I know I used to take it really personal. Like, oh, I'd be offended. Like, excuse me? Like, what are you talking about? What am I? Like I say, you feel like you're an animal or something. But take it less personal because they chose and had the courage to ask you what you are rather than telling you this is what you are, or this is what you're gonna be, or this is what you are to me, or I don't see color and all that stuff. They chose to come and ask you what you look like. So find it as a compliment and just politely tell them what you are. So that is the mixed girl tag. Again, shout out to Empress Jac Rabbit. We did our table talk today, so don't forget to check that. And I will see you guys soon. Like, comment, subscribe.